You've replayed the conversation at least 3 times. Every pause, every word, every moment when they laughed just a little too long at something that genuinely wasn't that funny. And now it's 2 in the morning, and you're lying awake trying to figure out if what you think is happening is actually happening, or if your brain is just doing what brains do, which is pattern match its way into conclusions that aren't there. Here's the thing, your brain isn't completely making it up. There are real, measurable psychological signals that someone is drawn to you. Most of them happen completely outside of conscious control, which means the person sending them usually has no idea they're doing it, and they can't easily fake them even if they tried. So today, we're going through 7 of them. Not the clichés, not "they texted back quickly" or "they looked at you for a second longer than usual." The actual psychology of what happens to a person's body and behavior when their brain has decided it's interested in someone, and what that looks like from the outside if you know what you're looking for. The first sign is mirroring, and it happens without either of you realizing it. In 1999, psychologists Tanya Chartrand and John Bargh published what became a defining study on human connection. They called it the chameleon effect. What they found was this. When people feel positively drawn to someone, they unconsciously begin to copy that person's posture, gestures, and even speech rhythms. You lean forward, they lean forward. You slow your speaking pace. So do they. You start using a particular phrase, and a few conversations later, it shows up in their vocabulary too. This isn't mockery. It's not something they decide to do. It's the nervous system reaching toward the person it finds compelling, without any conscious instruction to do so. The reason it happens is deeply social. Mirroring is a form of silent communication that says, "I am like you, I am with you," and it emerges most strongly when we're around someone we're genuinely interested in. Next time you're with them, watch for the small echoes. Not obvious copying. Soft, delayed reflections of how you're sitting, how you're speaking, how you're holding yourself. If you're seeing them, your nervous system noticed before your brain caught up. The second sign is that they find reasons to be physically near you. Proximity is one of the oldest and most reliable predictors of attraction. Long before someone acts on a feeling, or even admits it to themselves, the body starts moving toward the thing it wants. When someone has a crush on you, they engineer closeness. They sit closer than the situation requires. They appear in the same spaces with a frequency that outpaces coincidence. They linger a little longer when the interaction should logically be over. The important thing to notice is that this is often unconscious too. They're not running a strategy. They just keep finding themselves near you. And if you start noticing a pattern, if the distance between you keeps ending up smaller than it started, that pattern is telling you something worth paying attention to. The third sign is something you might not even be able to see in normal lighting. Their pupils dilate when they look at you. In a series of experiments conducted in the 1960s, psychologist Eckhard Hess demonstrated that our pupils expand involuntarily in response to stimuli we find appealing or exciting. It's an arousal response, driven by the autonomic nervous system, completely outside of conscious control. You cannot fake pupil dilation. You cannot hide it. When your brain is genuinely interested in something, your eyes literally open wider to take in more of it. When you're in a moment of close, direct conversation with them, especially in softer light, see if you can catch it, the pupils widening just slightly. It's not something most people know to look for, but it's something the body cannot help but show. The fourth sign is that they remember things you mentioned once. 3 weeks ago you said something offhand about a film you wanted to see. You barely remember saying it. Today, they bring it up. That's not an accident. That's not just a good memory. When the brain is interested in someone, it pays attention differently. Details get encoded at a higher level of significance. Small things get stored and retrieved in a way that doesn't happen for people we're indifferent to. When someone recalls the name of your hometown, the thing you mentioned being nervous about, the band you said you used to love in high school, they were listening at a depth that only happens when your brain has marked what this person says as worth keeping. Ask yourself, How often do you remember small details from people you don't care about? Exactly. The fifth sign is that they get a little nervous around you. This one can look like awkwardness. A laugh that lands a beat too late. A sentence that drifts off halfway through. A sudden, visible self-consciousness about where to put their hands. Psychologist Elliot Aronson, who spent decades studying attraction and interpersonal dynamics, found that people in a state of heightened interest often experience something resembling performance anxiety around the person they're drawn to. Not because they're insecure in general, but because you matter to them. And mattering produces pressure. The version of themselves that exists around you is a version that's trying, even when they're not meaning to try. That trying shows up as slight nervousness, as over-careful word choices, as a heightened awareness of how they're being perceived. If someone seems oddly flustered around you in moments that aren't objectively high stakes, it's often because you are the high-stakes element in the room. That's not a flaw in them, it's evidence of investment. The sixth sign is that they initiate contact without a clear reason. They send you a meme at 11 at night. They screenshot something that made them think of you. They reply to your story with something that opens a door rather than closes it. There's no logistical reason for any of these contacts. Nothing needs coordinating. Nothing needs solving. They reached out because they wanted to be in your orbit for a moment, and the meme or the screenshot or the small reply was the excuse they needed to make that happen. People who are not interested in you do not manufacture reasons to contact you. A pattern of low stakes, unprompted reaching out, especially contact that invites you to keep talking, is one of the most consistent behavioral indicators of interest. The brain keeps finding opportunities to connect with what it wants. The seventh sign is quieter than the rest, and you'll need to watch for it in a group setting. Their body faces you even when their attention doesn't. When someone is drawn to you, their body tends to orient toward you even when the conversation has moved elsewhere. Feet are particularly honest about this. They tend to point toward wherever the person actually wants to be, regardless of where their face is pointed. Their eyes drift back to you between exchanges with other people. Their posture stays open toward you when it closes toward everyone else. The body follows attention. Attention follows interest. And interest, when it's genuine, is very difficult to fully redirect, even when someone is actively trying to look like they're not paying attention to you. 7 signs. Most of them happen without a single conscious decision. None of them in isolation is definitive. A nervous laugh is just a nervous laugh. Proximity could be a coincidence. A well-remembered detail might just mean someone has a sharp memory. But a cluster of these, especially the ones that can't be performed, the ones the body just does, is your brain's best available evidence. And your brain is a remarkably good pattern recognition machine when it comes to the people around us. You started this wondering if what you were sensing was real, whether you were picking something up or making something up. What you've just learned is that the signals you're looking for are real. They exist, they're measurable, and they show up in people who have no idea they're showing up. So the next time you find yourself replaying a conversation at 2 a.m, you'll know what to actually look for. If this video helped you understand something you've been trying to figure out, give it a like and subscribe to BrainEasy. We make psychology feel like something you can actually use. And we'll see you in the next one.